You're such an asshole.
Hello, children. The old captain here. And we have an original one. This came to me. What did it happen to me? Was I sleeping? I think I was sleeping. And then, or drifting off to sleep. And then I get great ideas, and then you wake up. And this is another free bit of advice from assholeconsulting.com. You always have a piece of paper and a pencil next to your bed. And when you come up with that great idea at 3 a.m., don't think, oh, I'll remember it in the morning. No, you fucking won't. Write that motherfucking shit down. Otherwise, you'll have to work a real job for the rest of your life. So this is one of those ideas. And I was thinking about how when I was in my late teens and early 20s, how basically not only... I wish I could job hop. I ended up effectively job hopping, but I would have liked to have job hopped a lot quicker. But since I didn't have parental support or government support or any support, I needed that job no matter what. And what this did, and it was almost somewhat self-inflicted, is it forced me for about a decade, if not more, to tolerate unacceptable levels of abuse, lies, deceit, bullshit, all that other crap you can read behind the housing crash and all that from employers. And I'm not joking. This is not, oh, my boss is a total dick, man. This is like liars, cheaters, FBI investigations, people getting foreclosed on. I worked under a lady one time where half her fucking portfolio didn't go delinquent, went into default, meaning they just gave up and stopped making payments. Now, this is the world I was working in. Now, how did I get into that position? In part, it was because I was poor. I didn't have a lot of money. But what I also did is I didn't have enough money to last 3 to 6 months, because what I would do is I would take whatever extra money I had and make extra principal payments on my mortgage, because that's what good, reliable, frugal people do. Now, what this did is it came back to hurt me, because all it did was mean that I had no money. I can't go get that money back after I make extra principal payments on the mortgage. So I was very cash poor. So it was kind of like living paycheck to paycheck, and I needed that next paycheck no matter what to make ends meet, even though I was paying down debts. And so that made me desperate, and so I had to suffer and tolerate that. And what that meant is I was completely at the mercy of these abusive, lying sack of piece of scum shit, who I still track to this day and know where they are. Hi. I had to suffer at their hands. Now, what this brings up is not the concept of fuck you money. Everybody wants to have fuck you money. This comes up with the concept of micro fuck you money. Fuck you money means you have enough money to last you till you're dead, and you can tell everybody for the rest of your days fuck you. Micro fuck you money is kind of like having an emergency cash reserve that you can last 3 to 6 months. And what that allows you to do is that the nanosecond your boss starts pulling the fucking bullshit and lying about job descriptions, lying about the duties, pay, promotion, anytime they start fucking around with you, and these baby boomer and Gen X bosses will fucking do that to you because they're scum, you could say, fuck you, I have micro fuck you money. Now, I never got to the point where I was teaching dance classes on the side. Entrepreneurship is the ultimate fuck you money. But until you get to that point, it is always important that you keep 3 to 6 months of fuck you money available. A micro fuck you money fund. So that when your bosses start dicking around with you and trying to abuse you and take advantage of you, which they will, you can walk off, say fuck you. Now, this does 2 things. One, if you're employed at a place for 3 to 6 months, and then all of a sudden you quit or get fired or you do job hopping, it reflects bad upon you. Even if you were desperate and had to keep the job to put food on the table. If you walk off the job in a week or 2, that reflects very poorly upon the employer. And you don't even have to bother putting that down on your resume. I said, yeah, I was there for 2 weeks and they lied about the job description. I walked off. All right? So, one, you don't have to tolerate the psychological pain and torture, negative working at these places and the stress and all that. The other thing is, it's like dating. You got to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the princess or the prince. Why are you dating a girl for 3 to 6 months to finally tell the girl to go fuck herself? All right? On the first date, she don't show up on time. I mean, it's like the girl you meet on the internets, and then she shows up and she's 80 pounds heavier than what she looked like on the internets. Well, that's the same thing when you go into the job and your job description is completely different than what you're actually doing. They lie to you. You say, fuck you, I'm out of here, you walk. All right? And that will allow you to catch that much more many frogs in a fraction the amount of time that's sitting there 3 to 6 months each job, because you're supposed to stick with the job because that's what responsible, reliable people do. Fuck that. And then you find the job that actually is there. So your resume is cleaned up. You don't really have an employer beforehand. You have 5 or 6 one-week stints. You're like, fuck you, you lied, fuck you, you lied, fuck you, you lied. There's an element of self-respect, and I even say arrogance and cockiness that goes with it to finding a good job. You turn down all the shit, then you find the job that actually works for you, and you stick with that one. But don't waste 3 to 6 months at each stupid fucking job because you're desperate and you don't have a micro fuck you money fund. When you should have that, you can get through a lot of them a lot quicker, and then you do inevitably find a job that is respectful to you, honest, didn't lie about the job descriptions, didn't lie about pay, and is a job that you can actually work. So anyway, that just it's absolutely vital. It's just a little thing I came up with and remembered to write down at 3 a.m. Vital, especially for those of you who, if you were like me, you were poor, you didn't have money, and this is one of those steps. You gotta play your cards so right when you are poor and so right when you are young. Otherwise, if you don't play your limited resources very strategically and very wisely, you'll be stuck in poverty forever, man. And so this is just one of those things I would have done differently. Dude, it could have probably saved me 2 to 3, maybe even a decade. Who knows? And Lord Almighty, it definitely would have saved me the stress. Anyway, best of luck to all of you guys out there. If you're interested, go to my website, assholeconsulting.com. Check out my YouTube channel, which you already are because we're here. Check out the Clary podcast, that's me. And then check out my books. Go to amazon.com and look Aaron Clary up. You'll see it right there. Best of luck to all of you. Toodles.